And like I said, I'll pick up anything that's not broken if I have the space, and then like just trash it later if I get to find something more valuable. Otherwise, like it's no big deal, you know. Oh, nice. Armory. In a tier 1 dungeon. Nice. Battle Cleaver is not broken. We could do Sword and Shield in Pyro. I've got all the time in the world. Eh. Oh, there's our axe. We can, I don't know. Maybe, guys. Maybe. Oh, it defaults to the lockpicks. That's funny. An old shirt. Great. Oh, man. So when I start running out of space, that's when I start dropping stuff, you know, as I go. So we don't need the lock picks. I'll pop those. And then what I'll do is like kind of evaluate, do I want to, as long as I leave it out here, I can kind of like mouse over the map when I'm done and be like, all right, do I want to come back in here? Is it worth it? Is it not? You know, that kind of stuff. I'm also very happy when I find kitchens in these dungeons because they I end up using them as kind of a base of operations because I can unload a bunch of food. Just catch on fire, damn it. There we go. All right, we got 2 out of 3, so let's go over to the other side here. Alright, we got a little bit of space. Ah, man, I forgot to pick the dagger up. Let's whip a hammer at his bald noggin. There we go, that was 11 damage. That's helpful. Alright, that's going to give us an extra space, and we can get another fire barrage off on it. Ooh, maybe a couple. Yeah, look at that. I think we can probably club him down now. Nice. Look at that. So, not too shabby, right? We can kind of get out of that without really even having to melee him much at all, you know? You kick him in the nuts, and while he's doubled over a little bit, you can step away and refresh your fire barrage spell. And then this is like how I start out, and then once Ladle, that's our unofficial stream channel mascot. Once you get like a little bit, a few more abilities, you're a little more confident. with things, you can start being more aggressive, you know. But this is a good defensive way to start out, you know. All right, ooh, free pair. Hell yeah. All right, I don't think there's anything else we really need to grab in here, so I'm gonna eat that apple. Oops. Another nice bonus you can do is like our crowbar. We still have 10 out of 10 on, so I'll go around and start disarming traps with crowbars once I've cleared the dungeon, and then you'll see you're getting 23 XP a pop. So the number of times that I've dinged off of disarming traps has been like hilariously high. Everything else is a bit of a walk, so. Alright, so what I'll do is go out here. Let's see. So I'll usually like toss stuff that's like non-perishable in here. Pop a couple extra bandages in there and a healing salve. And that's just like for future runs, you know? What else do we need? I think we're good there. We've got our 3 swords that we got to bring back to the blacksmith. And now I've just kind of like look at value. Like, okay, let's get rid of that. And the squirrel pelt is going to be worth more. Do that, you know, and that's good enough. We can make another meal too, so oh, interesting. I forgot about just putting the salt in there. We'll keep it longer. That's cool. Yeah, we're pretty good. What I'll probably do is like take that and then I'll put a lentil in here because that won't go bad and this will persist too between trips. So, all right. Now we can head back and here's where I say like you have the 3 options. You can turn it into the tower for Osbrook rep and extra money. You can turn it in at the mill or the Drunken Woodsman. This will tell you when the bailiff is at either location. And he'll give you Osbrook rep and Bryn rep. Or you can turn it in at the Elder in Osbrook and he'll give you Osbrook rep. So, pretty solid. And then, you know, kind of like what we did before we, you know, did our dungeon is we did our self-care, as we call it, right? So you want to look at where your morale is at, and we're at 96%, which is great, but, you know, all right, we can get a couple percent from our diet and we get a couple percent from rest. Once we turn in this contract, we're going to have some cash. So I'll usually buy myself, you know, some sort of a nicer meal or something, and something that's different than what I have been eating, because that's where that variety comes in. And then if I'm anything below 15% rest, before I take the next contract, I'll do another like full 24-hour rest. It's also important to note too, once you get the caravan, like when you're just starting out, it's still worth it from a rest standpoint to probably use inns to rest for a little bit until you get things like make a halt, and like that will show you where it says sleeping in bedrolls and camps activates vigor, or you get the caravan upgraded a bit, or you get some other options like that. So the inns are usually better until you get a couple of actual upgrades to your caravan. But that would allow you, even like in a if you make a halt, you know, like some camp out here in the woods, you could sleep and still actually get some vigor back, which is nice. I don't typically rest in there, but like in a pinch, it would be helpful. All right, we're gonna go turn it in here to this guy. Hey, puppy, who's a good boy? All right, so each of the guys that are like the bailiff for each kind of town will give you kind of some sort of a variation of this communication here, where it says, "One more thing, I'll mention your efforts to my higher ups in Bryn. It's the least I can do," and that's him telling you that your rep with Bryn is going to go up as well. So you'll see. So we got Osbrook rep. We're almost at 3,000, and then Bryn is up a bit too. So I think it was 112. So it was at 2,500 before. So Snork, what's up, brother? All right, let me grab this cash. So cool. So that kind of ends this sort of beginner getting off on the right foot tutorial. I'm going to have it up on the Twitch page for a while. I'll have it under its own kind of like category. And over onto the YouTube and stuff too, if it'll allow me. We're just under 2 hours, so I don't know. We'll see. In any case, if you have any questions, if you're watching this video or you guys are in the stream and you have any questions, you can always hit me up on either the Discord and find me there, or DM me here on Twitch or something like that, or I'm on Reddit as like ERPG as well, so you'll see me there. And just hit me up and ask questions. I'm happy to help out. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks for everybody, and thanks Dog Food for the raid. I appreciate it. If you haven't followed, please follow. And I'm gonna take a little break and rest my voice, but I'll be back a little bit later today, and we'll go back to our Tier 5 Arna two-handed sword run. She's a badass, and we're gonna get into a Tier 5 dungeon, so should be cool. Thanks, guys. Let's see who else there is to raid here. Razgul, thank you. I assume or guess maybe you're that's a reference to Raz Al Ghul. But if not, it's still a cool name. Alright, let me see who there is to raid here. Yeah, Snork's here. Let's all get out of here. Alright, who is streaming? Hey, Raz. Oh, nice. I love that. I love the puppy emote. They are always a good boy. Let's see. We've got Robert. Oh, Robert's on. Let's go surprise Robert Carnivals with another raid. It looks like he's maybe going for the troll fight. We'll take a peek. Robert's a really cool dude. He is also really knowledgeable on the game. Thanks, Raz. Yeah, hit me up later. I'll be streaming again for the two-handed sword run. All right, we're about to raid him. Let's do it.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, like, we already read yesterday. Why did you bring so many people here, man? Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Hello, Meander. Yeah, dual wield, but this one is very, very different. Yeah, let me give a shout out for you. Yeah, I actually just a little bit short in rap, sorry. I mean in Legi. Look, just